Final Fantasy games.
Weeaboo.
Racism.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm skipping B.
Yeah, no. I believe you. I believe you.
The B was also racism.
Hey, this is Dane's sister. He wanted me to relay this message. Audio from Tea Kettle is not going to be good. I'm really sorry about that. The end does cut out completely. Dane is going to come back really soon. He is escaping from the fish overlords. He is a strong one. I know. He's bred from my family. Okay, I'm really sorry. Audio from Tea Kettle is going to be a disaster.
No.
Dane is going to come back very soon to the tub. He is escaping the fish overlords. He is a strong one bred from my family, and he can do this. Anyways, enjoy the show. He'll be back soon.
Are we ready to go?
Ready to go.
I think so.
Hot soup coming through.
Yes.
Hot patootie. On the grill. Hello everyone. Welcome to a very special PJC Cast. With us, as always, is me. I'm Jimmy. We have with us, as always, Brian. Brian's here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it was me.
It's always
Hey.
Brian. We have with us
here.
as sometimes always, a tea kettle.
Hey!
And we
That was
have
really loud.
with us for the first time.
Second time.
Sort of. Oh yeah.
Definitely the second time.
It's soup. You said the words.
Good of you to remember.
It's soup.
Okay. I'm soup. I was soup last time.
You're soup. Okay, you're soup then.
Still soup.
We're gonna cut all that out.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be soup. I'm gonna say soup over where I said not soup.
Can we just get another introduction?
We could do that.
Right.
Can you get one of those like text to speech things and make it say soup and then splice that in over his name?
It'd be like, and welcome, soup.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we please?
That's work you would have to do, Jimmy.
But it's for the
Soup.
joke. It's worth it.
Soup. Soup. I'm a computer.
Hey Siri, define soup.
I'll let y'all figure it out. Okie doke.
No.
Hello, we're all
That's
here.
just coming through my
Welcome,
headphones. I was
soup.
expecting that to be.
Thank you.
If I call you
Yeah.
not soup at some point during this next hour or so,
Yeah.
I apologize.
It's not me, it's someone else. I'm soup. It's nice to be here again in Anytown, USA.
We called you.
You called me and I came to
Once,
visit
and then
from
you
Fartown,
guested.
USA.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is where
That
Tea
is
Kettle
correct.
also lives, maybe.
Uh,
I think.
yes.
I think that's
I live
the lore.
in Kettletown.
Yeah. Our lore is
Wow.
hard. We need someone
Have you read
to make a
our
wiki.
series Bible, Jimmy? Jesus.
We need someone to make a wiki of us.
I got you.
PJC.
Yeah, I'm PJ Sicka, yeah!
I get it.
And with us, not lately, and he's not with us, is Dane. But he's sort of with us in spirit, but also in that he left us a message.
Oh.
That I am to read.
Dang!
To us
a message
all.
from the afterlife!
Man, what's it like on the other
He's
side,
dead. He says, his message, Dear crew, Fishtown, USA is a strange place. The fish treat us well, and the days are long, but not as balmy as I am used to. Thank you for continuing your good works. I hope to send a package, including the following. Salmon candy, giant mosquito, morning dew, midnight dew, Mountain Dew, a lost penguin, $15 flip-flop shower sandals, my extra melatonin. If you can send me the following, I would be in your debt. A soft pillow, anti-scale pendant, moose call, scrying bones, a Labrador, eggs, milk, bread, and, oh boy, what is this? A brand of a... What is this? Epiphany guitar brand? What is
Epiphone.
Epiphone.
Epiphone,
yeah.
1958, Carina Flying V electric guitar is the last thing.
Not likely.
I would be much in your
Nice.
debt. Your crew president / chief... I think he means chef.
I think he means
chief.
I think
Chief hot tub macrame organizer.
I think he means chèvre the cheese.
Chevrolet.
Or chevron, the shape.
Dane the baker, last name redacted by Fish Council.
Wow.
Aww. Dane.
Dane is leaving, as of recording, Dane is leaving Fishtown, USA tomorrow.
Wow.
So there is
know.
an increasingly likely chance that by the next episode, he'll be gracing everyone's ears again.
Has anybody made a Dane's not here man joke yet?
Oh man, that's bringing it way back.
Okay. Well, if they haven't,
We have not.
it's out there. I'm not going to make it.
I got to be Dane. For a minute.
TK was Dane.
What was that like?
For an hour and a half, more than a minute.
Well, I think I might have said a thing or two that Dane would not have.
It was a cosmic minute.
All the anti-Semitic stuff.
Just all of it.
Dane does usually shy away from that on recording.
Only on recording. Only. And to segue from that sweet Dane talk, we're going to segue to our first Would You Rather,
Great.
which is from Dane in Fishtown, USA, also known as Neck, Alaska, I think is the name of it. And Dane's
Knick-knack.
question, Knick Knack Paddywhack, Alaska.
I think it's...
Would you rather do Santa's job just once or the Easter Bunny's just once?
What is the Easter Bunny's job?
He delivers
Yeah.
Baskets
baskets.
of candy.
I'm pretty sure...
Yeah.
Well, I thought he hid eggs.
He also
And
does
well,
that, I
stuffy.
guess.
What? No. Easter
He
Bunny.
hides-
Maybe he did.
He hides eggs and stuff.
Also,
I think the
why
Easter
do I
Bunny
think
lore
the
is a
Easter
little...
Bunny is a boy?
I thought
Also,
he gave
could-
blowjobs at the train station for crack money.
You don't need to be a boy to do that.
I mean, both of them definitely serve as false idols, so I'd take that job any day of the week.
Good. I'm glad.
but outside
the
of that-
falsest...
Yeah, it's apples and oranges. It's presents and eggs. It's like comparing presents and eggs.
See, if
Does
it's
Santa
presents
have
and
a
eggs...
nemesis? Sorry.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
Krampus, right?
Krampus isn't necessary. Not really. It's
Mrs.
like,
Claus.
huh?
Mrs. Claus.
She's his nemesis.
I mean, maybe.
She's always telling me what to do.
I mean, I'm just going to put it out there, but isn't his nemesis Jesus?
Oh, fuck. They share the same birthday, maybe?
I'm trying to take his thunder.
I'm pretty sure Santa doesn't
I'm
work
all-
on his birthday.
I'm all trying to launch this war on Christmas, and he's not rolling over. Fucking stop, Jesus! Just give up.
When will you learn to quit? Never. I don't know which one of those was which, but, you know,
Yeah, I could either.
it'll all
either
work
or.
out. Apples and oranges.
Eggs and presents.
Eggs. See, if it's eggs, we can hard boil them in this hot tub.
Does the Easter Bunny have to dye the eggs himself? His or herself?
I think the ones that they hide, right?
Wait, so you're saying the ones he doesn't hide, he doesn't dye? So the ones he leaves in the fridge are fine. You don't have to worry about those.
Yeah. Yeah. Right?
I mean, it makes sense.
also, he gets you sweet baskets of chocolates that are definitely shrink wrapped at the Easter Bunny factory and not your local Safeway or Vaughn's store.
Interesting.
Wait, what is Vaughn's?
It's Safeway.
But for other places
Where?
that aren't Safeway.
Like LA's way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fartown, USA. Fathertown, USA.
I don't know.
Beach Town.
Yeah, there you go.
Angel Town.
Everything's a town.
Yeah, I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think Santa has a clearer cut job, which is a plus for me. Like, we fucking know what Santa does.
It's nice to have constraints.
I don't know what this fucking Easter Bunny character's up to all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And you know what? Santa's got that fucking sick ride. Like, he doesn't have to
Yeah.
do anything. Like, he flies through the air in a sick-ass sleigh with cool reindeer who know exactly what they're doing and love their job. You don't see them fucking being like, I hate this job. I'm going to take us the wrong way on purpose.
Yeah.
So, so he's got a solid crew.
Yeah, I'm just
and-
imagining that, like, I'm just imagining that reindeer plot to kill Santa from that one reindeer who's like, I'm gonna fuck everything up. Fuck him.
Yeah, there are
like-
no disgruntled reindeer as far as I know.
Yeah, but what about disgruntled
Also-
elves?
None that we know of. None that we know of.
But who
That's
does
like
that?
all of them.
Yeah.
Who does that really affect? Does that affect Santa or does that affect the children?
Yes.
Like, wouldn't they just give the shitty, like, angry elf toys to the bad children?
No, they give them
It's like-
coal or nothing because they don't believe in God and or capitalism.
Or a beheaded fucking nutcracker toy. Take that, little Timmy. You've been terrible.
I mean, he was fucked up this year.
Fucking Timmy.
But the one thing that really pushes me over the edge for Santa is the Easter Bunny just fucking gives candy. And you know the next day, if you walk into any Walgreens or LA's equivalent of a Walgreens, what is that, Duane Reade, is that East Coast? Whatever. Anyway, any place that sells candy, children know exactly how much their Easter basket cost. They'll do the math. They'll go in and be like, oh, look at all of these, like, you know, egg-shaped Reese's peanut butter cups, like three
This
for
is-
$1.
This is how
Easter
much my
basket,
parents love me.
Yeah, my Easter basket totaled $10, whereas, like, I don't know, Christmas, you have no fucking clue. You're just like, how much does this Furby cost?
I mean, hold on a
I'll
second.
never know. Stores don't exist.
Yeah, I mean, you could very easily figure out how much a Furby costs.
Well, but like you're much likelier. No. But you're much likelier to go like casually into a convenience store looking for candy, rather than like go to a Target or a Toys R Us looking
If you're
for
a
a
kid,
Furby
Toys
that you
R
already
Us is
own.
like the best place to go.
So, Tea Kettle,
Yeah, but you don't go there all the time.
I have to ask you something. Why? Why are you willing to go, like, tally up many people? Like, you have to, okay, so let me...
Well, no, I'm not.
Because it's
You're
important to
missing the
know how
point.
much your parents truly love you and put
No.
a dollar value on
I
it.
get that
No,
part.
I'm just saying.
Just
No, but I'm just saying it would be easier to do so. Like, you would be faced with the truth of, like, the monetary value of the tangible celebration of the holiday.
Yeah, so my question is, like, okay, so let's say for Christmas I get a Furby, some socks, and some new golf clubs, because
And a
gun.
Who are you?
I am a white person, so this is what I assume they get on Halloween. I may or may not actually be one. I am. So did I say Halloween also?
You did say Halloween.
You
Is
did
what
say
white people get for Halloween.
Why do you get golf clubs for Halloween?
Anyway, so let's say theoretically that I got those things, right? And then for Christmas and not Halloween because that's not relevant. And then on Easter I get like a basket full of like some loose jelly beans and like maybe, as you said, like a Reese's peanut butter egg, and then like fucking probably some Peeps, which nobody wants, and some other egg-shaped candies, right? Those all come in like giant bags. So for you to do the math to like figure out how much one loose jelly bean costs and then add up that to a dollar amount to how much your parents love you would be quite a task. Is my only point. That wasn't a question.
Yeah.
That was a statement.
decimals to work with.
Yeah.
You know what?
Decimals
I'm not
are
even
hard.
going to dignify that shit with a response. Jimmy,
My question
just because I don't have an answer.
That's fair.
to TK,
Yeah.
on the basis on the subject of what is more likely to happen, What do you know what Boxing Day is?
God, I love Boxing Day.
I think it's a Canadian holiday.
But what is it?
I haven't the slightest.
Really?
No, I really don't know.
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas, and it's called that because it's when everyone takes their Christmas gifts that they don't really give a shit about and take them to the store to return them. So it's a very, 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 very busy shopping day. It's the day after Christmas. Kids are gonna get their fucking wrong colored Furbies because they're all racist.
Oh.
Take them to Toys R Us and see a price tag on that shit, and they're gonna be like, "Mommy, $15? I don't know how much a Furby costs." Oh, Santa doesn't love me enough.
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint.
The kid isn't going with the parents. The parents are doing that.
Well, the kid doesn't get to pick out the one he wants. It's a trip to Toys R Us.
Brian, no.
This isn't a fucking democracy, kid. You're gonna.
You get the blue Furby that we got you.
Daddy, I want that Lego. Daddy.
Fuck you! Why the fucking condom break? Ah!
Highway to held that in for 7 years. Unlike my load.
I will say this. I think that the gift of chocolates is a little bit special than the gift of something ideally more tangible, which you would usually get at Christmas. Because like you get a basket of fucking candy and hard-boiled eggs, so there's like a very real expiration date on those, and you're probably gonna fucking you're gonna eat it probably too in like a matter of days if you're me. But whereas like I don't know, like a bag of fucking Furbies and guns, you could have for a while. Especially if you practice self-restraint. So yeah, I think that's sort of a plus for Christmas.
Interesting. Yeah.
Also, one more anti-Easter bunny.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that guy? I have a picture of me and one of my good old friends as teenagers sitting on the lap of a giant Easter bunny. And like, I don't know, it makes more sense to sit on the lap of a human, wouldn't you say?
I would trust a bunny over a human any day of the week.
A giant bunny?
Do they have colorful eggs?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess again, getting back to brass tacks, the question isn't what holiday do you like more?
Yeah, true.
It's what job
do you want to do for a day? I'm also going to throw out a caveat if that's okay with everyone.
Sure.
The job may or may not be surrounding this specific holiday. Okay, so Santa's job is essentially a taskmaster. 300 and we'll say 60 days out of the year, assuming some days off, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then the Easter Bunny's job is, I assume, to either
lay eggs,
fuck other bunnies, and then steal their young, and then dye them. I don't know. Are they chicken eggs? Do rabbits hatch from eggs?
Wait.
I assume they do.
Rabbits don't eggs.
No, I'm pretty sure they do.
Whoa, what?
Rabbit don't eggs.
What? I've
There's
been
the
losing
podcast
sleep.
title.
Papa don't eggs. I've made up my mind. I'm keeping my eggs. I want to keep my eggs.
Eggy waggies. Ooh, ooh.
I think that is my favorite bit we've done so far. Like my favorite moment.
I can hear the tears streaming down your face.
I don't know why. I mean, we've all been funny a lot. Anyway.
We've all been bunny a lot.
You hear that, listeners?
Oh.
It finally paid off.
All right. So are we decided?
Yeah.
Well, are we? Did we still figure out? We still
Okay.
haven't figured out what the Easter Bunny's job is.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's more clear. It's less clearly defined. Therefore, more open to interpretation. Probably involves eggs and chocolates. Sounds a lot fucking easier. I'll go with that because I'm a lazy man. I will take the Easter Bunny's job one day of the year because, like, if somebody gets a disappointing Easter basket, then like whatever, fine. You know, who really gives a shit? If somebody has a disappointing Christmas, then like that's just fucking that'll stick with
Yeah.
you. That'll show up in
Cataclysmic.
therapy sessions, and I don't need that.
No.
So I'll be the Easter Bunny for a moment.
Fair enough.
I was told I ruined Christmas once by a complete stranger.
What?
No,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Huh.
What? Was it Christmas time?
So this is when I worked in the hat industry at a hat shop. And those knitted animal hats were really popular. And we shipped across the country. And so people would order like a bunch of these hats for like Christmas gifts. And there was one order where it was like a regular like sock monkey hat, and then they got like a unicorn hat, and then they got the Rastafarian sock monkey hat, which we sold out of, by the way. And
course.
they placed their order before we knew we had sold out of them. And so I sent them an email and was like, hey, we didn't charge you the full amount. We don't, like, we're out of these. Sorry. Merry Christmas, whatever. I didn't say Merry Christmas. And he calls me, like, the day before Christmas, and it's like, you didn't call me to try and reach out and find a replacement, which, like, okay, is true. I fucked up. But, like, went off the handle and, like, just got more agitated as he started speaking, and was like, you ruined Christmas. You ruined Christmas. You ruined Christmas, and then hung up on me.
Jesus.
Okay. Commentary on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not getting a Rastafarian sock monkey hat ruined Christmas.
Your Christmas hinging on this hat.
Your Christmas was shit. Your Christmas was shit. If that was like the linchpin, your Christmas was shit. I'm sorry.
Also,
You need better
what I was
material for
thinking.
Christmas than a fucking Rastafarian sock money hat, man.
All we had was that hat and a bowl of cold soup to feed 8 people,
I've done it before.
and the hat didn't come.
We were gonna boil the sock monkey so little Timmy could have some food.
We really like the Rastafarian flavor. The best.
Oh, that was a good time.
Man. Yeah.
Anyway, my answer, I would definitely go with Santa. And even though I'm afraid of flying, there's the promise of cookies and milk.
Like
Oh, shit. You
So,
get
like-
stuff
8
in
billion
Santa.
glasses of cookies and 8 billion glasses of milk.
Yeah, but here's the thing about doing that.
Up to.
The Easter Bunny can't eat the candy, right? That's rude.
Horseshit.
But you just go into a house, you take one bite out of a cookie, and you take one sip of the milk, and that's all you need, and it'll sustain you till the next house. And the kids will wake up and be like, "Oh, Santa!" And then there's extra cookies.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
The bad news is that's the only day in the year Santa eats. So that's why he needs the high calorie food.
He's like hibernating.
He's got to store it up.
He's just like stuffing. He's just like he's rail thin, and he's just like stuffing his mouth from house to house, just like oh.
Oh, damn. Mrs. Claus really is his nemesis. You can't eat in this house.
If I feed you, you're not going to eat all those cookies those nice kids left out.
Please, Mrs. Claus, just a handful of uncooked rice, please.
It's gonna inflate right inside you. Can't have that. I'm Mrs. Claus. I'm making a lasagna because fuck you. It's delicious.
Damn, that's cold-blooded. The nemesis strikes again.
Yeah, really. It's really dark.
Oh, man. Man, I kind of... I'm, like, on the fence. I was with Brian about how easy a job it must be. Because I feel like way less people celebrate Easter Bunny Easter than celebrate Santa Claus Christmas.
Yeah.
Right? So there's way less houses to go to on top of everything else. But you don't get to eat cookies and milk and feed the reindeer a carrot if you're a special house, also.
Did you feed the reindeer?
Absolutely, we left out carrots and they ate the carrots.
What?
Because somehow the reindeer got downstairs. Whatever, I don't know.
Well, maybe Santa
My
took it
family
outside to the
didn't
reindeer.
Well, because he'd leave the last little bit of the carrot so that we knew that he ate
Oh,
it.
that is weird. You had
That
a
is
reindeer
very-
in your home.
It's flawed.
Yeah,
That's
8 of
very
them.
sweet. That's very sweet.
it was very cute.
So you're going Santa?
I don't know. I think I'm going Easter Bunny because I'm lazy, but it's
Yeah.
tough.
Cool. So can I
Wait,
just make a
did
side
everyone
note real
answer?
quick? I'm gonna.
Yes.
So I just watched a spider kill another spider.
Oh,
It was a
What?
regular house spider walked up to a daddy longlegs, and the daddy longlegs fucking murdered it. Just like, oh, walk it up to me, will ya? You're dead now. And like
I was.
maybe like spiders don't see so good, but like he could have gone around, like walk across the street or something. But anyway,
across the street.
I'm guessing it was probably like the other spider was like, hey, I'm one of you. We're both spiders. Hey, we got so much in common. And that the daddy longlegs is like, we got nothing in fucking common. And that was they shanked him.
yeah,
Spider shanked him.
totally.
Specifically, one of us is now alive.
I'd like to think that the daddy longlegs was voiced by the guy who did the voice of Carnage in the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon.
I kind of remember that voice. Yeah. I was thinking along similar
Kind of was like,
lines.
hey, Spider-Man. How about you let me out of jail? I'm just Cletus Cassidy. I don't remember the plots or anything. It wasn't a great show. But my turn to weigh in. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot.
Yes.
There's a lot that I've weighed in on, like in my head, thinking about this question. And first among the things is that I like having the opportunity to lead. I like helping people do things. So like if I had elves, I'd be like, no, you can. You guys, you can do this. We're going to have a great Christmas and so on. But fuck Christmas. I hate Christmas. It's stupid. And if there were an actual war on Christmas, I would be on the front fucking lines.
Because of poor audio quality, the next few TK lines have been dubbed. Thank you.
So,
It's true, guys. He
so
would.
there's that.
So in other words, bah humbug.
That's
you
about
like.
the size of it. And, the plus side, like you do get to fly in a sleigh and you get to have reindeer pals. But that's one day. And like, what the fuck are the reindeer doing the rest of the year? I mean, I guess, again, it's one day of work. So like,
They're just shitting.
if it were
everywhere.
Christmas Eve, I would probably be down to be Santa Claus, but I don't know what straw I would draw on the day to be Santa Claus. In terms of the Easter Bunny, again, I would like the opportunity to find my own role. And it seems like I kind of could as the Easter Bunny for a day.
Kinda.
If it were like November, I would just hop around. I'd just go on a hop along and frighten people getting ready for Thanksgiving. They'd say there's the Easter Bunny. I'd be like, deal with it, motherfuckers. And
Is that the Easter Bunny? Does he have a switchblade?
Sick longboard, Easter Bunny.
I would absolutely ride my longboard, my fresh ass longboard, all over town. So yeah, I mean, I guess like the choice is pretty clear to me. Is that it'd be Easter Bunny. Also, I enjoy the vitamins and minerals that eggs provide young children.
And, yeah, that's good. That's good cholesterol too. It's not
Yeah,
bad
it's that good
cholesterol.
stuff. That good.
They're good. We did
So
it.
what are we?
Yay!
Is there a consensus?
It's 3-1.
You're the only one that wanted to be Santa
Some-
Claus, right, Kayla? Or TK? Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
You blew it.
You know what else blows?
Yeah.
Love.
Love it blows, like that famous song. Love
Love
blows.
blows.
Love
Yeah,
blows.
yeah. Love blows.
It blows. I don't know any other words for blows. It's a 4-minute song, and it blows.
My favorite. I love that episode of Steven Universe with that song in it.
Don't forget to blow. Space lesbians.
There's a joke for your real nerdy listeners, aka all of you. It's Lonely Hearts, folks, where we alienate the audience base with stupid jokes.
Aliens. Jokes about space rock aliens.
Exactly, it's a good thing. Lonely Hearts, where we try to matchmake random specials from Craigslist.
Random special.
That's my nice
Craigslist peoples.
That's my nice word for them lovelies.
Specials. It's very nice.
This week, my special candidate is entitled "If You Match My Qualities, Then We Shall Dance."
That seems like a pretty straightforward
Okay. Okay, one last time, and this time I must and will find you. But let's start from me. Who am I and who I am looking for? I am about to be 55 years old. I am divorced for almost 9 years, and I live in Marin, but I'm not Marinian.
Okay.
Well, I kind of understand what that means.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we can get to that later. Because I don't.
I am simple, down-to-earth, and an easygoing woman. I am well-educated and well-traveled. I've lived in 3 continents and 4 countries, and each time I started from scratch, and I made it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I own my house, or almost, because the bank still owns it.
What the fuck? Wait.
I work very hard, and I have practically no break. I have jobs, cars, house and apartment. Friends and family, but you are missing.
This is breaking down really fast.
I am 5'1", brunette, and in a good shape.
Triangle.
Rhombus.
I love a good...
If you
Yeah,
can...
go ahead.
Rhombus is maybe not a good shape for a human being.
Disagree.
If you can match my qualities, then, we can start some conversation. I want a gentleman that has a house, job, and a car. A man that does not live with his papa or mammon. A man that can afford taking me out for a cup of coffee or dinner. I want somebody well-educated, well-traveled with his roots in Marin and living in Marin, but most particularly close to me. I wish that you are between 5'8" and 6 foot tall and in good shape with hair on your head, teeth, and no wheelchair. That's wheelchair spelled W-E-E-L.
Sure.
Ha ha ha. Ellipsis. Now, I am being picky.
Wow.
That's
Thanks.
a pretty large height discrepancy.
Also...
It's 4 inches of wiggle room in there.
No. I mean, well, she said she's 5'1". That's like a foot difference she's looking for.
She wants a man who can truly physically dominate her.
But no taller than 6 feet. That's just too much.
Too much man.
God help you.
That's too much man.
God help you. Anyway, she concludes. Thanks. And one more thing. I smoke cigars, pipes, and cigarettes. I have smoked cigarettes since I was 14 years old.
Oh, good.
Got it.
Rebel.
This is part of my culture.
She's hella French, though.
Huh.
Age 55, body fit, status divorced, height 5'1". 5'1". She repeats that twice.
That's...
Yeah.
I bet she's got a very unweathered face. Wink! Wink!
So I do actually think she's French for 2 reasons now. 1, because smoking is part of her culture, but 2, because she said mammon, which I think is like mammon, right?
She's
yeah,
my Mima!
Yeah, Papa or Maman, and that's M-A-M.
Yeah, I think that's French for mom.
Oh, okay.
So there's
Back
that.
mammon.
But she didn't say she was French. Oh, that's what she means by being not Meridian.
Maybe. I assumed it's because fucking Marin kind of sucks.
Oh, don't knock
Yeah,
Video
but
Bomb
she-
Starbase 1, though.
It's like, tonight on the Lonely Hearts Mysteries. What other clues does she have in her personal...
I mean, I like figuring that stuff
And
out.
I left the murder weapon in the garbage. Oh no! I have said too much.
It could not be me. I am not Marinian. I said so once. There's proof, see?
Cool.
What have you got? What have you got for us, Jimmy?
Oh, I got something real good for you. Title of this Lonely Heart is Dr. House Calls. And at the very top, there is a picture of a nude woman bent over a table in a makeshift doctor's office. There is a sexy nurse consoling this woman who doesn't look very happy about the fact that the doctor in this situation has shoved a thermometer right up her beehole.
Quick question.
And it is from specialexamination.com is the watermark on the bottom.
Is she bent over the table?
So alright, so here's the real situation, right? She's got one leg on the floor, one leg kneeled up onto this table to just present as much as possible, I guess.
See. Really
to the doctor for medicine.
Really showing off
only.
those goods.
It's definitely a mouth thermometer, though. It's not a butt thermometer.
Don't tell
Wait,
her
what's
that.
the difference?
Doctor,
Well,
I'm pretty sure they don't look the same. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just look the same and I'm
maybe
wrong.
she goes ass to
Jimmy,
mouth.
you've never had a butt
I
thermometer?
honestly...
Not as an adult,
Too bad.
because I'm an adult. I can use my
Well
mouth.
then, boy, you haven't lived.
All right, and then we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna start living.
Alrighty.
But please.
Dear patients, it starts. It is very important that you do not put off having your annual physical examination. Your health is very important to you, and you should not delay booking your appointment with me. Let me tell you what to expect. Once I arrive, I will put on latex gloves and ask you to disrobe except for your panties. Then, I will have you sit down, look at you, and then very slowly examine your breasts while taking my time to make sure there are no lumps and that everything is in order. While doing this, since I am very professional, I will do my best to ensure that your nipples will not become erect. That could make the doctor's dipstick glow.
No, you guys, I'm out.
It sounded like a...
Is a dipstick a medical thing?
No.
I don't think
No,
so.
no,
Like it's a
it's
card
not.
thing, right?
tool.
Like he's
Yeah.
mixing up analogies.
He is mixing his metaphors, yeah.
Maybe he's a car doctor.
This is pretty long, so I'm gonna hurry up. Then I will examine your stomach to make sure nothing is wrong with you, whatever that means. I will make sure that your legs are in good shape. I will then remove your panties and expect them to be dry, or will I start to detect the aroma
No.
of arousal between them?
No, I don't like this.
If so, you are a bad, bad
Oh, I see.
girl.
No.
Well, okay.
Then he describes in graphic detail how he's gonna just finger bang her medically.
It's a finger banging, but don't worry, it's a medical finger
I will take a close look at your clit to make sure it looks normal.
No.
Is the thing he says.
Hey,
don't think
let's
it's
not
gotta
be
be-
judgy about what is a good and bad clit, okay?
What is a normal clit?
Fucking, yeah.
The GYN aspect of this exam is very important. I promise I will take a lot of time closely looking and examining your vagina. Now, at this point, you will be acting like you do in front of a real doctor, or will this time round I detect... Oh, boy. No, he's just writing a sex
This guy
story.
sucks. I'm just going to put that out there.
I'm so
I'm not going to read this. I'm just cherry picking best parts. At this point, to continue the exam, you will also need an anal examination too. I would hope that you are okay with that, and I promise to be very gentle. Then he describes an entire paragraph of that. And then at the bottom he says, the doctor will only see female patients over the age of 18 who are no longer virgins. Please tell me about yourself and send a G-rated pic. Discretion assured. Remember, I'm not a real doctor. I only play one on TV.
Oh.
And then he signs off as the good doctor. So the kicker for this, before we get into it, body fit, age 42, status married.
Yeah. Well, what if
Just as the fucking cherry on top of this
side
shit Sunday.
side thing? Jimmy,
He's the doctor. It's just his
just a job.
I just like.
Honey, I hate it. I hate inspecting their anus.
Yep.
I don't know what happened there with that.
Somebody's got to do it. So my thing about this guy is like, so obviously he's, a little creepy, but I wanted to get lost in the fiction of it, and he then had to like say, I know you're not a real doctor, dude. You're on Craigslist. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Just let me dream.
That
if I'm
was-
gonna try and hook up and like get my butthole checked out by you, let me believe that you're a real doctor, because that's the only thing that's making this hot right now.
That was the thing that pissed me off too. He didn't commit to the
Right?
fantasy. He was like, he just fucking kept on breaking the fourth wall. Yeah.
It's like he was worried, of the fucking legality of it all. Disclaimer, I don't want to get sued by any sexy ladies over the age of 18.
What if it's like
Or
a?
He's
by
like a-
other professional sexy doctors.
he's like,
moving it on our turf.
I'm a real sexy doctor, and this guy's clearly a fraud.
I have the credentials to prove it.
They're on my butt. Whip off
I went to
pants.
sexy Yale.
Point.
No dipsticks.
There's no dipsticks in medicine.
No dipsticks allowed.
I worked hard for this degree and body. Washboard abs.
Washboard degree. Do with that what you will.
Playing the washboard.
Yeah.
Minor in music.
I spent 12 years for this medical degree, but 2 years for this minor.
So does it say how tall he is?
It does
Well,
not.
I say fucking like.
No.
So assuming,
But the healthiest sizes are between 5'8" and 6'0", in my opinion.
I think that like, I don't know. To me, they sound fairly compatible. I mean,
Wait, so
Yeah.
did French lady say that she wanted a deep dip stickin'?
she didn't say she didn't want it.
Deep sticking.
She wants. I want my butthole checked out all sexy. Like, yep, sorry, I missed that line. Yeah.
Maybe she
Yeah.
wanted to say it but didn't have the words.
Maybe that was what, maybe there's, no.
No.
I was gonna say
I
maybe
mean,
the
she
cigar,
Oh.
She does want a man that can afford taking me out for a cup of coffee or dinner, and a doctor could
Doctors?
definitely afford
Certainly.
those things.
Could do that a lot.
Maybe his wife would pay for it.
damn.
Although if
What if plot twist,
Yeah.
this guy's wife was actually a doctor?
what?
Wouldn't that be just peachy?
That'd be cool. Do you think she comes along and she's like, "You're not very convincing. Like, you need to."
Here's how to touch boobs without nipple hardening.
Yeah. Also, it sounds like
That's how
That-
it works. I'm a doctor.
That's the technical term, not nipple hardening-ology.
Don't get
Also-
mad at me. I'm just being a doctor.
Also, don't practice on me. I hate you.
yeah.
I'm only married to you for the dipstick. You guys, this guy makes me never want to have sex again.
Well,
Yeah, I hear
Sorry,
that.
Sue.
He's so unsexy.
I mean, it's his shtick, though, isn't it? A little bit.
Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there with a doctor fantasy.
They're
But-
for certain.
It's like
kids.
he can't commit to it though. He's
God,
shitty at it. He's bad at his own
Yeah.
shtick.
Man.
His dip shtick, specifically.
His dick shtick.
So I guess in the question, would you rather fuck this doctor or not? We all would not do that.
No.
Yes,
I guess.
Yes, that
Defo,
exactly.
Defo Nevo.
Sex doctor. So disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we did not hear the whole thing.
I
So maybe,
I-
maybe there's
I
something.
trust. I trust Jimmy to have cherry-picked the quote-unquote best parts.
So I didn't read the parts where he just got explicit. I could read them.
No.
Here
No.
I go.
Nope.
Gotta
no,
read
no,
about
no.
that.
Please, Jimmy.
Moist
Jimmy.
and lubricated.
Jimmy.
Oh, you're gonna...
No.
This podcast is gonna be like, it's gonna need new tags. No longer
I
is
will
it
turn
rated
this-
R.
Can it just be rated sexy?
I will turn this podcast right around, mister.
Wait, hold on.
Hi, I'm Sue.
I just noticed something that I do need to
All right.
read
Oh.
that I didn't
Okay.
read before.
Okay.
So he says at
Okay.
one point, like in the same paragraph, he says something about a very moist, lubricated pussy and very erect breast. Blah 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 blah. And then he says vagina, and then he says in parentheses, that is why I'm using the word vagina and not pussy because I'm a
God
doctor.
damn it.
And it's like, but you just said it. You did it.
Fucking case in point. The guy's not good. He's not a good fake doctor.
Yeah, I feel like
Amateur.
French lady would demand the best fake doctor.
Simply
I-
the best.
I agree. Better than all the rest.
I demand a really good doctor.
Fake doctor.
Fake doctor.
All right, well, it seems like we've come to a conclusion.
Yeah, fuck him.
But don't. But seriously,
Yeah.
don't fuck this
Yeah.
fake doctor.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. How could you do it?
I mean,
Cool.
Hooray!
Now,
oh.
all right. So our second Would You Rather this episode comes to us from Michael in Martinez. The alliteration is killing
That's
me.
not
And he asks, would you rather be able to go back in time, but every time you do, you have to change something, or be able to see the future, but you can't change anything you see, no matter what?
Okay, question.
Yes.
I can already see the future and can change nothing. I guess that's not a question. That's just a sad truth.
How future can you see?
What?
How future can you see?
It's an educated guess. In truth, I can't actually see it.
It's a guesstimation.
Yeah. But I guess since I started talking, I think that seeing the future and changing nothing sounds fucking awful. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm basing this a little bit on our present situation. In Fartown, USA, by the way, where we're used to a rainy climate, it's hot and smoky because Canada's on fire.
Oh,
So
why is that happening?
I expect because of
Because it's
climate
hot.
change.
The Maple Wars are boiling over.
Maybe it's the Maple Wars. I did forget about the August Maple Wars that go on. And then they have August Maple Fest at the end to declare the winner. So anyway, like I personally tend to jump to doomsday scenarios. Maybe I've been getting encouragement, but I don't think that sounds very. I can't imagine the benefit. Also, like, to not change anything is to not breathe, right? Like, because then you're affecting the air around. Like, it's. I just don't understand the benefit of that.
Well,
at all.
I guess it just means like it's one of those sort of paradox things, like where if you try and change it, that in turn is the reason that it happens at all, but you couldn't know that.
Like in that movie, The Time Machine, where that lady got hit by a fucking horse cart. Well, here's the
Sure.
thing. So, have y'all seen The Time Machine?
No.
I don't think
Jeremy
so.
Irons.
no,
it's
I
it's
haven't.
fine, but the thing is, this guy's wife like dies. Spoiler alert, and so he builds a time machine to go back and like don't go through that park where she gets stabbed, right? And so he manages to do that, but then she gets hit by a horse cart. By the way, I was the only person in the movie who laughed. Which then became a joke in and of itself.
That's
So it's
amazing.
kind of like that, it sounds like. But
I've totally been that guy in other
Yeah.
movies. Anyway,
I certainly don't mind being that guy.
No, me neither.
I especially like going to movies with Soup because we both do that. So it's like just the two of us laughing in the theater sometimes, which is like doubly delightful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm not-
very romantic.
Yeah.
We're not bad.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I've done that in most of the Twilight movies, where everyone's like, "Yes, I love Twilight," and I'm just sitting there fucking losing my fucking mind.
Because they fucking went ahead and
So
made them,
funny.
right? Like,
Man, that third movie, nothing happens in that movie.
which one?
And it's just an exercise. I don't even remember what happens because
That's
nothing
Eclipse,
happens.
right? Yeah, that's an exercise because it's because Twilight,
I've
New
seen
Moon,
it all
Eclipse,
once.
Breaking Dawn Part 1, and Breaking Dawn Part 2. I may or may not have seen all of them
There's so many.
and talked about them at length.
I just a total aside, but the riff tracks for those movies are
God, I
fucking
gotta see
amazing.
those.
If you like riff
Yeah.
tracks, they're great.
I don't think I've ever actually done
As
a riff
another
tracks.
aside, they're
All
good.
right.
They're quite good. As another aside, did you guys read that our Pats, Robert
Yeah.
Pattinson, refused to jerk off a dog in a film?
What the fuck, Arpats? You're getting paid.
He refused, and it's made headlines, and it's insane.
I gotta be honest.
And he was thanked by PETA for not doing it.
Why?
Yeah,
Why
and
is
then
it?
he was like, I don't fucking give a
I'm-
shit.
Hold on a second. Why is it ethical to not jerk off a dog? Like, a dog can't jerk off. You're doing him a fucking favor.
Jordan.
What? Who's Jordan? I'm
I mean,
Soup.
Soup.
These are not Jordan's views. Whoever Jordan is, fuck that guy.
On this one especially, maybe don't use his real name.
Yeah, seriously. Not my real name, also.
I'm using his last name. We're podcasting with Michael Jordan right now.
I'm basketball star
Oh,
Michael
damn
Jordan.
it.
Hello.
TK, I thought we promised we weren't going to out the fucking Air
Haynes.
Jordan on our podcast.
Well, you know, maybe it'll get us some more listeners.
Maybe.
By the way, I'm working on Space Jam 2.1.
Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my god!
So,
I heard it's going to be a prequel.
yeah, it's going to be it's actually just a basketball movie. Because it's a prequel.
Come on, let's think about
Yeah.
slamming.
Mull it over.
Eventually, we'll slam in the first
Anyway.
movie.
I still feel like
You have to wait for
it's
that
ethical
one.
to jerk off a dog, and I think Arpats is being a prima donna.
I guess the director was like, don't be a pussy, jerk off that
Yeah.
dog.
What fucking movie is this? And who's the director?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want to see it because it means that there's a dog that gets jerked off in it for plot
Yeah,
purposes.
that is. I hadn't thought about
right?
that. Like, it's fine. For me, it's fine if he wants to jerk off the dog, but, like, it's weird that they're going to film it and put it in a movie.
Like, I really don't see why that has to be, like, filmed.
Yeah, there's.
It's important the audience sees superstar actor Robert Pattinson jerk off
Michael
stuff.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael
I
Jordan.
will-
Robert Pattinson.
FYI, casting agents. I will jerk off a dog on film.
It's Michael Jordan and Robert Pattinson double fisting this dog
Oh,
cock.
boy.
And it's a really, really touching scene. Like, don't, not to spoil
Touching.
anything, but you'll be crying by the time this dog comes.
That does. That does kind of spoil
Yeah,
it.
we should.
My hand to God.
Because the mystery is whether or not the dog reaches climax.
So if you could go back in time, would you fucking choose to force him to jerk off the dog
Whoa.
or not?
We really went a ways away from the source here,
You're welcome.
didn't we?
We should definitely bleep out our real names.
For
Yeah.
On the-
I'm gonna
Probably,
put him
yeah.
in double.
real. Or I could just, get a job in an actual soup kitchen where no one knows my name.
Maybe I can stop living a lie and go live with tea kettles.
Finally.
Where the wild tea kettles roam.
Kettletown. I thought that was already
In Rome,
Kettletown.
specifically.
Oh. So I don't want to be able to see the
What
future.
was the? Oh, okay.
To answer your question, at least it doesn't sound
Okay.
appealing. I realize I haven't made up my mind entirely yet.
Also,
So
what? Sorry. What would
no,
keep me?
go ahead.
What would keep one from going into the past, changing something, and then going back and changing it back?
Yeah, that's a loophole. Probably Would You Rather Magic would prevent you from doing that.
Because then you'd have to change yourself?
What?
What?
Well, like, what do you... So what example? Do you just mean, like, a physical thing? Like,
Yeah,
like
so
I'm assuming it has to be something of even remote significance. It's not like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking pluck this flower. Haha, fuck you, the future. Like that's not impactful. Like, I feel like it has to be even
But
remotely
it could
impactful.
be, Jimmy. It could be.
It could be. So if it's like, if you're in, like, the dinosaur
Which era?
era, that could be incredibly impactful.
Well, like,
But,
what
like, if you're, like, going to 85, like...
Well, okay, but like, what if I go back to 1901 and I like kick a cowboy in the face?
Fuck that idiot.
Right? And then I go back to present time. I find out that severely fucked shit up. What's to stop me from going back to like the day before, living through that day, and then not kicking that cowboy in the face?
Well, because I think it's a situation of the old you, because you're not inhabiting your body, you're transporting.
It's kind of a clone situation where the other you will still be there.
there'd be two of you. Yeah, you'd have to stop yourself.
Thanks for the
Like
time.
that episode of Steven Universe.
Yeah. Yes. Precisely.
Yeah,
Got it.
Steven and the Stevens.
Yeah.
That's the one where Steven dies like 100 times
Yeah.
in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, but yes.
It's a child's program.
But that band was sick, though.
They were not
really
bad.
good. Steven and the Stevens.
Okay, I see.
You could have just multi-tracked
Brian, you were
it.
gonna say some stuff.
Oh, I was gonna ask what the first one was again. The first option, because I'm great.
So the other one is no in the future, but you can't change anything.
No. The one that isn't that.
Oh, go back into the past, but you have to change something.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, I'm kind of with
Michael Jordan.
I'm kind of with Soup. I think I'm kind of with Soup. I think seeing the future, not being able to do anything about it, sounds kind of like hell, and sounds kind of like something that already happens a lot in your life. You kind of see something coming, and you feel powerless to do anything about it, and so it just kind of torments you. But whereas being able to go into the past and actually affect some sort of change, even if it was a mandatory change, is at least something. And maybe you have more leeway in what you choose to change. I mean, that's also nice. So yeah, I think I guess I just made my decision. Actually, fuck. Yeah, I choose that one.
Which one?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Past.
I choose being able to like travel into the past and
Pasty
change
blasters.
things, but have to change.
Right. Good choice.
Same. I think you have more power over, and I mean, you might not know how things are gonna actually play out, but you have the ability to change something. So, like, if you wanted to do the whole, like, go back in time and kill Hitler thing and see how that goes, you could. Instead of going into the future and being like, oh, this other terrible genocide occurred. And I can do nothing. Right?
He was like a virus. He came back stronger somehow. Twice as potent.
Mecha Hitler? Isn't that a thing from something?
Mecha Hitler.
Was that
It is.
was that Mel Brooks? No, that was Jews
no.
in Space.
We did it.
Yes. This Jews in Space versus Mecha Hitler coming to theaters near you.
Eventually, maybe.
I hope.
So
Yeah.
I'm time travel as well. It seems fucking sweet.
yeah,
And fuck a paradox.
Yeah. I mean, again, like, to your significant change point, right? Like, if you let's take Back to the Future for example, right? Which is a pretty easy one. Marty McFly goes back in time and runs into his mom, and then she falls in love with him, right? And
Right.
that's like that's not a good example. Forget it. So I would do that. I would not that. I would not.
You'd fall in love with your mom. Change the future.
You know, sometimes you just walk into situations.
I don't know what you want from me, man.
Yeah. I mean, you did what was right and what the scenario called for. Probably do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun to, like, I don't know, fucking having to tiptoe in the past is bullshit, and I'm so tired of it. Like, I just want to join that jazz band and be good enough. And be like, yes, Duke Ellington, I would love to play percussion for you. Anyway, that's what I would do.
Why, yes, my guitar does plug in. Thank you for noticing.
Cool. Unanimous.
Have we all answered?
Yes. None of us want to see the future and be powerless to do anything about it.
Good. 2 of us went silent.
Oh, I'm still here.
All right.
Hi there.
Cool. All right. Just making sure. I'll bleep that out with a full rendition of everyone's full names and addresses.
Doxed. Doxed by your own podcast.
All right. All right. So now is the time on Sprockets where we dance.
Great.
I get it.
So we have a pretty. Oh, but wait. No, I've changed my mind. All right. So Marry Fuck Kill this week is another one of my favorite kind of Marry Fuck Kills. It's an abstract, fucking weird one. It's so here we go. Marry Fuck Kill. Scent like a penny, scent like a smell, and scent like an email. Marry Fuck Kill.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
Could you run through those
Yeah, that'd
one
be
more
great.
time?
So scent like a penny, like 100 of them make $1.
Yeah.
Scent like a perfume,
Yeah.
and scent like I sent you off to college.
Like send past
I got
tense.
mine.
The
Okay.
past tense of send.
Okay.
Yeah.
So penny is worthless.
Yeah.
They're garbage.
Sometimes they're lucky. Lucky
Yeah,
pennies.
half of them on the ground are lucky statistically.
Yeah. Scents are. I mean, the sense of smell is a good one to have. Not having it would be.
You wouldn't
weird.
have taste either.
Yes, true.
If you killed
Yeah.
it, sure.
And without scent, it's highly likely that the hit film "You Got Mail" would never have been made, and that's a history I don't want to
Tragedy.
imagine.
We can't go back to question 2 and change it.
No.
Not
We could go back to
allowed.
question 2.
So
Man,
here's my current thought process.
hit us all.
So I might be talking out my answer right now. So I think I would fuck scent the smell because scent can be sexy, and I think there's something psychological about the connection between scent and sensuality.
Great.
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 That's not how that's spelled, but I guess. Yeah. Then I would marry Scent the Penny because interest.
That's a very, very good answer.
And then I would kill Scent like the email, so I would never have to talk to my family. Because you send phone calls and stuff too, technically, right?
Also
So, like,
texts.
Yeah. So, like, pretty much modes of communication that are not person to person. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Interesting.
I hope my family doesn't listen to this I know they don't. That's fine. We're fine.
Hi, Steve.
We're good. Oh.
Love you, buddy.
Steve Kettle.
Steve Kettle.
Steve
father.
Kettleton.
who we have now outed as an alcoholic and possibly a Texan. Oh wait, that was off air. Fuck.
That's
Mr.
Mr. Kettleton
maybe
to you.
maybe that's all true.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But just air out my family laundry. It's cool.
Well,
Air it all out.
And
It
this
needs-
was the episode of the PJC Cast where we all doxed ourselves.
Seriously.
I mean, I could be lying. Just put it out there.
You could be. That's true. And my PIN number might not be 11537.
Ooh-wee. That was a...
And now no one will ever try that number. It's the perfect crime.
Or is it? Yes.
But
Well, I gotta say, I mean, I'm with Brian on pennies being just, like, they cost
They're not
more to
great.
make than a penny. Which, like, in the American, just like, I could go on about that for a good long while and won't. But it makes me angry. And then, let's see here. Scent is nice. Because you can smell flowers, and, like, without scent, that doctor couldn't get annoyed at the ladies for becoming aroused.
That's true.
And that's important.
No.
Important. It's actually, I would...
TK's never going to the doctor
I would go
again.
so far as to say it's an integral part of his practice. So that's cool. Scent is cool. And then sending past tense, I'm kind of with TK on this one. Like, kind of like sending things sucks. But sometimes I guess without sending things, you can't like get a pizza delivered, right? Which is challenging.
Well,
Well, you can send a
You're
letter
not
by
a-
pigeon.
You'd still be sending something by
it's
pigeon.
still sending.
Oh, that's fair.
You're like without that. So do we wait to give our answers? Yeah, we do, right?
You can give it now
I'd like
if
to.
you want.
I gave mine.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'd definitely kill pennies, like a cent, like it'd just kill them as a mass genocide of currency. They'd be gone. I would certainly marry cent, right? Because in marriage, there are lots of ups and downs, as there are many good and bad scents, and so on, right? So it just seems, but like a good scent supports you, and a bad one is poop, right? So, and then I guess fuck these past tense of send, which there's nothing sexy about it, but it's what's left.
sometimes that's the way it works out.
Yeah.
Similar to Soup's answer, I would kill pennies because fuck them, but not literally fuck them because
you're fucking someone else.
Dead.
I would fuck scent that like smells because I like TK was mentioning. There's something kind of sexy about that, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like sort of something more primordial, like it just kind of like get you going. And I would marry scent, like the act of sending, because maybe that would represent like a life of travel or the act of going forth or sending shit. I don't know. It's all I got left. It's all I got left. Yeah.
That one's a challenging one.
Yeah.
Man. So I'm gonna switch things up. I'm gonna fuck scent like a penny. 'Cause if I get 100 of them, it's a whole $1, guys. It's pretty good.
That doesn't make a whole lot of
It's pretty good.
sense.
What if it gets right up your urethra?
That's a risk I'm apparently willing to take. Also, my urethra is enormous.
Whoa.
I guess. It's penny sized.
Sorry to out you and your enormous urethra. I'm sorry.
Could be worse.
It's okay.
Could be narrow.
And then I think it's so rough. But I think I have to marry send for a package.
Why?
Because I like not going places. I like having things sent to me. And I could live a life of that where that's my wife. And then I got killed, no sense. Because it ain't got no sense. Dog?
Yep.
Wait,
I don't know. I'm killing aromas.
Something happened.
Why though?
Because it's not the
Yeah.
other two.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to turn into a dollar suit.
Yeah, you're not
Alright?
wrong.
I can't fuck it.
You. Okay.
There's no other way to fuck a dollar.
I'm gonna
This
go
is
ahead and
my
put it out
dream.
there that there are many ways to fuck a dollar.
Tell me several.
Really? Like, do I have to do
3.
Okay, 3 ways to fuck a dollar?
Oh my god, it's like, what is it
If you're
with,
if you're a lady,
what is it with you?
I mean,
Jimmy, why are you encouraging these weird, lurid scenes into our podcast? There was like the guy with the fucking lonely hearts, and now you're trying to bring soup in on the action. It's like, what is happening to this
I'll do it.
family?
I've already thought of 2. All right.
Tell us. Regale us.
One is very easy. You wrap a dollar around your member and then hope for the best. One is you roll it up like you were going to do cocaine, and then you put it in. This is actually 2. Either your asshole or
Yeah.
your vagina.
TK hated that.
So that's 3 ways to fuck a dollar, Jimmy. You said there was only one.
Yeah. I said this is the best way.
If that is not fresh currency, that is giving you all of the social diseases.
Oh,
just
yeah.
saying.
I mean,
Social
not a good idea.
I pride myself on being forward thinking and sex friendly. But this podcast tonight is like in a very interesting way.
I still think it's ethical to jerk off a dog. I just think it's the right thing to do.
We are an open forum. We are.
I love you all.
Nothing is.
Thank you for not trying to be anything other than what you are.
I would never try to be anything other than Michael Jordan, basketball all-star.
I'm amazed we secured him for the podcast, honestly.
I'm not sure how I got
If I'm
here
being honest,
from where I live in Chicago, I assume, or maybe North Carolina.
we put up a hole in your living room, and you came through the Toon World,
yeah.
but we put a hole in the Toon World to our tub, our
right.
hot tub.
You live in Chicago 364 days out of the year, except for when you go to Barcelona for the running of the Bulls, because basketball.
I was on the Chicago Bulls for a long
Bubbly.
time. Maybe you've heard of our sponsor, Baboli.
They sponsor
the
this
Chicago
podcast
Bulls.
and the Chicago Bulls only.
It's true. It's all true. Every last bit.
Right. Well,
We need to get a response from Baboli.
yeah.
We've given them so much free money.
I'll tell you what, man. Baboli, I haven't seen a whole lot of like ad space taken up by them, and I feel like there's.
It all has to be round like a pizza
Yeah.
crust. All that ad space.
I would, if I was to release a vinyl record, Michael Jordan sings the blues. I would get it bankrolled by Baboli, and I would get just a picture disc, and it would just be a Baboli pizza. What better product placement could there possibly be?
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's such a great idea.
There's an album. I forget what I think the album's called Sweet Potato Pie or something
Yeah.
like that. And the in the CD itself is like the top of a
That's
pie.
cool.
Like that's
Yeah.
the image on it. But then you take the CD out and it's an empty
No,
pie.
that makes
tin.
sense. I like when they do stuff
It's
like
really,
that.
it's real cute.
They did that in some of the DVD box sets of The Simpsons too.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
would
man.
it would have one scene on the DVD itself, but then like it would have like Homer choking Bart But then you take out the DVD, and then it's like Bart setting Homer's pants on fire or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like the next panel. It's really quite well done.
Yeah.
Give it
I
up
like
for
it.
DVD designers from like 15 years ago.
Give it up for DVD
But these are the same fucking DVD designers that made that terrible, like, plastic packaging for The Simpsons.
The head
Where
one?
it was just like, yeah.
I expect it was someone else did that.
Oh.
These are the same era of DVD designers that designed that paper DVD case that just has that little plastic close thing at the end of it.
It's
Yeah.
efficient, though.
They were always the bastard childs of fucking real DVD cases.
That's the DVD. That's like, and those are the DVD cases that were like for big budget movies that no one wanted. Like if you got Romeo Must Die on DVD, that would be the case that it came in. Sorry, Aaliyah, no one liked it. Anyway,
He had to die.
he did, but then she did.
Isn't that the movie where it was just the script to Shakespeare except there were guns and
No,
shit?
that was Romeo and Juliet, and that was pretty good.
Yeah. That was Baz Luhrmann. That was the same guy that did Moulin Rouge and Strictly Ballroom.
See, I don't like those movies. I hate Moulin Rouge. I really hate Moulin
That's
Rouge.
fair.
It's an acquired taste.
But it's like, it's not bad, right? Like it's got some creativity to it. Anyway, what?
Yeah, I appreciate that part of it, but I just fucking... And I like musicals, I just don't like Moulin Rouge.
Well, okie doke.
Something about... I don't know.
What's the
I
next?
just really like that Romeo and Juliet because Leonardo DiCaprio was a babe and Claire Danes was a babe, and somebody said I looked like her once.
Oh,
Game of Babes.
not bad.
So
I don't like Moulin Rouge, but that movie Malin Rugi with fucking like Obi-Wan Kenobi, that was so cool. Oh my god.
Bomb
How
in
did
that
you
shit.
know
Malin
my favorite
Rugi.
movie?
Oh, so good. So
How
good.
did you know my favorite movie? Brian,
I read your life journal.
you're making me blush. It's a good thing it was true 10 years ago and true today if you read my life journal.
Very, very, very prescient.
What's the next
What were we
thing?
doing?
We've done it,
No.
right?
I think we have another Would You Rather or a Lonely Heart or something.
We do. So now Soup is gonna give us our final Would
Okay,
You
but
Rather.
you could also.
That he's definitely prepared. That he's definitely... He wrote down
So I'm just
earlier.
going to go ahead and say if you
He's going to
happen
tell us
if you
now.
happen to have another one, that one might be a better one to go with. But I'm going to throw.
Let's give this a
Okay.
shot.
Just say everybody say yes or no, right? No hard feelings. Oh, would you rather? This is good. I think this might actually be okay. Would you rather, like, man a space mission, like on the space shuttle up into space, by yourself, right?
Okay.
A la
Oh.
Major Tom from Space Odyssey, R.I.P. David Bowie.
Okay.
Or
With you so far.
would you rather serve? And we'll say that space mission's like at least 60 days, so it's 60 days alone in space. Or
Okay.
be on a colony ship to Mars
Like
forever.
forever.
You're not coming back. Damn, no, that's it.
But you're with
I
other
actually feel
people.
pretty good about that one.
That does sound interesting. I already have questions
Great.
about it.
What do you think, TK?
I didn't actually. It cut out a little bit, so I didn't hear the last one.
All right, so
also that David Bowie song is Space Oddity.
that's what I said.
No, you said Odyssey.
Well, you play back the tape. We'll see what's what.
Oh yeah. We will.
Okay. So
What was the?
One of us will, and it's gonna be me.
it'll be Jimmy. He does the editing. Thank you, Jimmy. So
Well,
You're welcome.
the questions were: A, would you rather do like a 60-day solo space mission on a space shuttle? You know, present day, right? So you get to go out into space, be alone for
Yeah.
60 days, and then come back. or be on a colony ship to Mars. We'll assume we have the technology now, but everything else is fundamentally the same. And the colony ship to Mars, you do not return from that voyage.
You are moving to Mars.
Do you eventually arrive at Mars?
Yeah, we'll say you do, depending on how old you are.
Well, hold on. So how far away is Mars, though?
It's like an hour's drive.
I feel like I've heard, I might be speaking right out of my fucking booty butthole, but, like, I feel like I've heard people say, like, yeah, if people go to Mars, like, it's going to be, like, generations that are going to arrive there. And that might not, it's maybe not that far.
Okay, so you could live a generation, though, right? Like...
That doesn't make sense, actually. They've sent rockets. They've sent shit to Mars. I'm talking right out of my butthole.
Yeah, because curiosity, right?
Sense.
Like, they sent that.
I must be thinking of science
I want to say
fiction.
But curiosity is 900 years old.
Oh,
Dun, dun,
my
dun.
God.
Sent by the Egyptians.
Egyptian
What a
NASA.
So I would say the deal with Mars is that you can't... So maybe it takes a long time, maybe it doesn't, but you're like under no circumstances coming home because there's no technology with which to return. But we'll say you're going with like 1,000 people, right? But you're not going outside unless you're in an EVA suit.
You get your Mars.
Yeah,
bubble.
you get a bubble, and maybe you get like a bubble with a window, like a geodesic dome with windows, so you can see the beautiful. Oh God, that sounds terrible.
the red
Yeah.
dudes.
So what do y'all think?
Man.
I mean, Earth has some nice stuff going on for it. I mean, like trees.
Does
It's also got a whole lot of shit. Just like a shitty people. Just
and
shit.
many, but there's no saying that some of those shitty people wouldn't come with you. Lots of A-type
True,
personalities,
but-
I imagine.
Yeah, probably. Ugh, God, I hope it wouldn't be like a startup. Fucking bunch of startup
There's
douches
just beanbags
in space.
all over Mars.
They're fucking foosball tables and fucking
Disrupting interplanetary.
LaCroix everywhere.
silos that are disrupted.
Let's just have a blue sky meeting, guys. Blue sky meeting about the brown skies. Because no atmosphere.
Microdosing. Also, while we're making jokes. My joke is about microdosing. Anyway, what do you guys think?
Man, so, like, I do like Earth, though. And 60 days isn't that long. Like, maybe I
So
die,
let me
but-
ask you this, Jimmy. What was the longest stretch of time you've gone without speaking to a person in length?
Not 60 days, but that seems like a manageable amount of time. I'd be very, very bored, but
Is
that's
this
2
too
months.
easy of a would you rather?
I feel like maybe if it was a year,
It's a year now.
so that's much harder. Because 2 months is like, well, whatever. That's Dane's Alaska money.
And we'll say
but,
you
like,
get to pick a friend. You get to pick a
What?
sorry,
What?
pick a friend for the Mars mission, not for the moon.
Oh,
Or-
I was gonna say
fucking
that
say,
this
whoa.
would you rather is bullshit.
It's the moon now. I've decided. I guess part of the mission is you go to the moon.
I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me, but for me, maybe as an introvert with a desire for self-enrichment, a year alone doesn't seem so terrible. Like, think of all of the Kindle books that I could read in space. And think of all...
That sounds really
That
great.
didn't
Think of
go-
all of, like, the... Like, I would have no reason not to have a meditation practice. Maybe I would reach enlightenment.
Damn.
Maybe I'd become the next Buddha.
Probably.
Maybe
Man, you'd come back and your bones would be all
I'll tell you what,
fucked up.
though.
Yeah, but my brain would be strong as fuck.
Meditating in space, you'd be lighter than air.
Ooh.
Ah.
And I wouldn't have, like, all of that lower back pain from sitting without back support.
Fucking A.
You'd have no back support. And if you cried, it wouldn't go anywhere. Also.
I mean, that's generally true when TK cries, know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Just stays.
I'm just kidding.
Damn.
All your cries are very productive.
We're gonna have to have a
All your
talk
cries are belong.
when we get
to
back
us.
to the hole.
Okay. We live in a
A
hole
hole?
together. Tea kettle and a
Oh.
can of soup. Match made in heaven.
In a hole and
You pour one in the other and you heat it up and then you got
That's our
hot soup.
child. Our
Hot
unborn
soup.
child. The rub with making a child is that I have to empty my insides into my significant other. And I'm not interested.
I mean,
I guess, yeah. That's how most folks do
well,
it.
and then when it incubates enough, it'll just like spurt out my blowhole.
God.
Man,
Tip
can this
me over.
episode stop being so erotic, please?
Do you find soup birth erotic?
Oh, God, stop
You're right.
saying the words. My nipples are
should
so
know better.
erect.
wicked soup erection.
Everybody's dick sticks are at 12 o'clock. I can't.
Dicky sticky.
You did that one. That one was your fault.
Yeah, well. What can I say?
It's actually kind of... Both of them sound very tempting to me. I like the idea of being alone for a long-ass time and getting caught up on my reading and shit. And I also like the idea of, like, going to, like, a new frontier and, like, maybe helping build a better world.
Yeah, are we the first people to go to Mars?
Yeah. Well, there's people who have gone, but they can't come back. There's no coming back. So there's some people there already, but they're like astronauts.
It's... So we gotta kill some space crazy.
I was thinking they were
like
enthusiasts.
Matt Damon
but
in that
sure.
movie?
Like Matt Damon. Not in the one where he goes to Mars, but the other one.
The one
Saving
where he
Private
goes
Ryan.
crazy.
Yes. Space Crazy. My favorite kind of
A
movie
Beautiful
illness.
Mind with Matt Damon.
Yes. Where he goes space crazy from all the math that Russell Crowe is doing.
Yeah. And then there's apples involved. I don't
May or
know.
may not be.
Goodwill Hunting.
Starring Russell
applesauce. Anyways.
Yeah, so has everybody gone except for me?
I don't think anyone's gone.
I haven't gone. I will, though, now. Fuck Earth. I'm
right.
going to Mars. Boom.
Yeah. All right.
I'll go next. Fuck y'all. I'm going to Isolation Town.
Wow.
I'm just not that social.
Yeah. I mean, you get a cabin, but that's cool. So
Do you have the internet in space?
because of the Maple Wars, I've really been doubting folks' ability to make it work here on Earth. And first of all, I can't take like an afternoon alone. Like it's hard for me. I need to play more video games in those scenarios, but I forget to.
That's true.
So like, I probably would have to do Mars as much as like, I love Earth, y'all. I love Earth, but I feel like a lot of other people don't, and that's why I have to leave Earth and go make Mars happen.
I feel like you've enlightened me to a thing I forgot
Yeah.
about myself. Cause I'll be running ragged with real work stuff and like fun work stuff and then work fun
Yep.
stuff. And then I'm like, dang, maybe I just want a day to myself. And then that day to myself comes and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm doing enough right now. I'm bored while I'm doing this thing that I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
And it's weird. It's
Sucks,
a weird
man.
feeling. So I don't think I could do that for a year.
Yeah. That whole year is for
Fuck.
Jimmy, and occasionally maybe for like testing your instruments.
But maybe I don't have Facebook on
You do.
the space. What?
Spacebook.
I have Facebook.
I see what you did there.
He's gone space crazy.
I got space
He's an astronaut.
diseases.
Like Matt
Like
Damon,
Matt Damon.
in
in that movie
Dogma.
Rocket Man.
In real life.
Cool.
My favorite space thing starring Matt Damon, Game of Thrones.
Classic space
You know.
Damon. In that.
Space opera.
So did you go to Mars?
time. I think I'm going to Mars. I don't really want to.
Get your ass to Mars.
If I get to bring a friend and or
could bring a-
girlfriend, and so that wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be like incredible.
it would-
How long does it take? It takes like 5. I think it takes like 4 or 5
and then
years
you live on
to
Mars for
fly
the rest of
there.
your life. That's the fucking shit end of it.
Well, but it's like I get to.
You do get to help.
I get to plant some. I get to plant some
Yeah.
algae.
Or maybe it all fails and you die on Mars.
But that could happen with
That
a spaceship
could
too. the
also
space
happen
shuttle.
on Earth. You should never. Don't live in fucking fear.
Mars could collide with Earth.
Probably
you don't
will.
know. You don't know about fucking
But if Mars
orbits.
collides
I mean, I
with
guess
Earth,
not.
then if you're on the Mars mission, you just jump
Onto Earth?
onto Mars.
It's coming, jump, everybody jump!
It's crazy because I imagine this isn't really that funny, but
Good,
like
good lead in.
you're like, yeah, right, to my own fucking shit. But like you're like, yeah, we're almost at Mars. It's only a month away. I get to fucking get out of this tin can, and you land. But your space shuttle's probably
Your
just
house,
like your
yep.
new home because there's not fucking shit there to
It's kind of
be a
it's
home
two
for
bad
you.
scenarios.
And then you're like, fuck, I gotta plant this algae that we brought from Earth to make oxygen. There's a board game called Terraforming Mars, and it's fucking excellent, and everyone should buy it if you have the opportunity. That's all.
Endorsed.
It's also not a joke.
Great.
It's real. You get to plant algae on Mars.
You do seem real excited
and
about planting
also-
this algae.
It helps me breathe.
Does that for all of us.
It's gonna make me breathe real good. Without algae, I'll die.
Yeah.
You guys.
Cool, man.
It's the life algae.
Hey TK, what are you?
Let me tell you guys more about this algae.
Let's
So,
let's get
listen,
away from the
listen
algae
up.
if we can.
Oh, it's poisonous. You're right. I fucked up.
So what? So we did.
brought the
that's 3
poisonous
would you
algae.
rather's. Yeah,
We did it. Everyone else but us went quiet again.
because you were talking about algae for a really
well,
long time.
You were talking
Sick of our
about
fucking
you were
antics.
talking about algae, and then that made me start thinking about how I'm 75 hours deep into Stardew Valley, and
That's a great amount of hours to be
you
deep
guys,
into it.
75 hours, and these were all logged
That's
in
so
the last
awesome.
like 2 months or so. So I'm like,
That's good.
I'm deep in, and I haven't even finished my second year on the farm.
Are you making fucking so much wine?
Oh, I'm making
so much
much
fruit
wine. I'm pickling
juice?
all the things. I just got my greenhouse, so I'm gonna make shit year round. Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
I was making all of the jam and the mayo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking duck mayo.
Oh,
Decadent
I don't
shit.
have ducks yet. I went for goats.
Goats are cool too. Goats are fucking cool too.
Goats are okay.
I got pretty good.
I
at
just
cutting
really
grass.
needed that. I just really needed that goat milk to fill up that bundle to get the greenhouse, which was my
yeah.
Fuck.
that was my goal. Also, I got
Yeah,
married.
that's-
I don't know if I mentioned this on the podcast before, but I think I talked to you about it. I married Elliot Fabio from the beach.
He's a sand man.
Yeah, and he like recites poetry to me, and like sometimes makes me coffee, and like feeds my cat. It's great.
That's
And
awesome.
he can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not butter. Spread.
Thank you for remembering the spread. Thank you. That's very
I
important.
tried to look. Oh no, I did find that one, didn't I? I found it and I posted the video to your fucking Facebook. And I was like, look at this fucking spread.
Spread. It's like gives a little beat, then says spread.
There was another thing I tried to look for Brian once, but I couldn't find it. It was it was a Limp Bizkit song censoring its own swear words with Limp Bizkit. I could not find that.
Oh,
think-
save it for Christmas. Save it for my next
think I
birthday.
know
I
what you
can't.
mean.
You're gonna be disappointed.
Aw.
What's that, TK?
What song was that?
I don't
I
know.
for-
That's the biggest problem.
I forget. It was like I remember it. It was a thing. I swear to
No,
God, like one of his songs. Like there was a
I know.
there was a naughty dirty profanity, and instead they played Limp Bizkit over the F-bomb
I
or
can
whatever.
I can see Fred Durst doing that in my head. It has a music video.
Fred Durst is my super ego. I also wouldn't have laughed at that.
I didn't know that Fred Durst was Michael Jordan's superego.
It may come as a surprise to you that that is exactly what the case is.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to imagine Michael Jordan with like a bleach blonde, soul patch. I'm trying to imagine that, and it's just not happening. And a backwards like red cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of the combo for Fred Durst that really makes it work. Work in quotes.
Working real good.
Yeah.
What?
There's a video. Well, there's not a video. There's a Kenny Rogers Roasters commercial. And I'm gonna clue y'all
Yes.
in on a little secret I have with just me
Yes,
and
please.
Kayla
It's not just you and me now.
and some other
it's
folks.
everyone.
It's the world.
Well, now it's going to be. You know, this shit's gonna go live. Any listeners, if you can find
blow up.
this video for me, please post it on the PJC Cast's Facebook because I can't find it.
Yes, please.
It's so is that back in I'd say the mid to late 90s, back when Comedy Central was a wonderland of sketch comedy and stand-up comedy, and Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Fuck yeah.
I knew you'd feel me on that, Brian. So, like, I'd be up at like 2 a.m. watching like back-to-back MST3Ks, and like the ad space seemed to be very cheap. And there was ads for Kenny Rogers Roasters, which we had not near us at all. I've never seen a Kenny Rogers Roasters restaurant in my life, although I hear they're big in the Philippines.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they had a little jingle, and it went, Kenny Rogers Roasters, it's the wood that makes it good. which is hilarious. And I spent like a good 45 minutes looking for this with TK and couldn't find it, but somehow have managed to turn it into a joke where if she or anyone or no one mentions wood, I can kind of just give her a look. And then the joke is then made. It's
That's
fantastic.
awesome.
It's been one of my greatest sources of joy. And so, like, an example is Tea Kettle and myself, a can of soup. We're out. We're out at a sushi restaurant. You know, sometimes they bring you the sushi on like wood serving trays. I looked down at the tray and I was like, "Hey TK, I really like these trays." And she was like, "Yeah, they're nice." And I just kind of kept staring at her. And then she got mad. So this is the joke that I make that I would encourage everyone else to make. Although the problem is, in order for everyone else to get it, you have to know the original source material, and the slogan, "It's the wood that makes it good."
I want
Cool.
to find it now.
I found there's a reference to it on Seinfeld,
Oh.
but that's about as good as I could get it.
As wood as
Yes.
you could get it.
And the other step to this is that I want to, on my gravestone, get the epitaph so that it says, "I wish my gravestone was made of wood because ... and then
Just trolling me from the grave.
and then no one will ever be sad to visit my grave because they'll get this great joke.
I just wish that there was like a second sentence to that. It's the wood that makes it good, and who's got wood?
It's Kenny Rogers. And his roasters.
Whose wood is it?
Kenny Rogers.
And then it's just Kenny Rogers with a boner.
It's just, and it's like winking.
I mean, yeah, you could also take it that way, right? Like just a photo of Kenny Rogers that says it's the wood that makes it good, and he's got a boner. Seems solid.
I mean, it'd be on cable TV only.
I guess it's what I'd like to say is it's the gift that keeps on giving. So, yeah.
Well, with that, let's end this
All right.
episode. We're
Sounds
almost
good.
2 hours deep. It's going to be a great time. And I'm very happy to have had you all here helping us get through this nuclear winter that we're having.
It's a bad one.
You mean this balmy autumn evening?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Help us get through this balmy autumn evening. We need help. If you could send help, please send all your help and questions to the PJC Cast at gmail.com. We also have our Patreon, PJC Cast, Patreon/PJC Cast, probably. We have an email, pjccast at gmail.com. And our Facebook, unless that was the first one I said.
No, you said Gmail.
No, the
twice.
first one I said was the... Fuck! We also have a Facebook.
And a Twitter.
Once. We have one
also-
Facebook. We do have a Twitter. It's probably the PJC
It's
Cast.
strong
You can-
internet presence.
You can tweet us there on it, but probably email us or Facebook are the best ways, but we'll read them all.
Hey, it's Dane's sister. This is the only part that they would let Dane do because he's bad. So I'll do it instead because he's not here. If you have any would you rathers, even just half of one, send them to the PJCcast at gmail.com. Tweet at the PJCcast or find them on Facebook as the PJC Cast. They're also on Patreon where you can send them money for extra stuff, swimming gear and swim trunks. Alright, he also wants me to say have a good night and get home safe.
You'll never get me alive, you fishy bastards. Anytown, here I come.